The Poem That Will Not End. Fun with Poetic Forms and Voices. By Joan Bransfield Graham. Illustrated by Kirsten Brooker. After most poems in this selection, you'll see a label that identifies the poem's form. You'll learn more about these forms in Ryan O'Brien's Guide to Poetic Forms at the end of the selection. It started with a rhythm and a rhyme. It wouldn't let me stop. It ate up all my time. Rhythm. I was seized by a rhythmical beat. It was something I could not delete. I went crazy with rhyme. It just gobbled my time. Had me clapping and tapping my feet.
So one thing here is you can see the bolded word. That's actually the rhyme itself. That's the poem itself, and then it gives some examples down below.
Limerick. Seized. If you are seized by something, it has become your only thought or focus. I tried to eat my breakfast, but didn't hesitate to scribble on the napkins and doodle across my plate. Hesitate. If you hesitate, you wait to speak or act because you're not sure what to say or do. Going bananas. Baby brother loves to smear banana every place, then squeeze it through his fingers and wipe it on his face. He blows banana bubbles and makes banana goo. Oh, yuck, ugh, ooh, what a mess. I'd like to do that too.
Down here on the bottom, you can see they're also labeling them. This is a quatrain. That's a type of poem. Mostly just pay attention to the poetry today and the story. But you can see down here it says quatrain, and over here it says limerick, which are two different types of poems.
It teased me as I walked to school. I scrawled on Eddie's shirt. Footprints. Smooth patch of white snow, stretched out before watchful eyes. An invitation. Ryan O'Brien. Haiku. Scrawled. If you scrawled something, you wrote it quickly and sloppily. Watchful. If you are watchful, you pay attention to everything around you. And when we hit the playground, I scratched words in the dirt. The baseball game. The kids creamed the teachers. Listen to the score. The third graders beat them 25-4. We got them out at second. We caught their pop flies. We got them out at home plate, much to their surprise. When we scored all the home runs, we screamed and made a fuss. We may get D's in English, but in baseball, we're A+. Quatrains. Then in the cafeteria, with just 2 tasty tries, between my lunch and Amy's, I wrote 2 lines with fries. Couplet for French fries. 2 lines are not enough to express how much I adore your potato-ness. Couplet. I ran outside at recess, pulled out a piece of chalk, didn't waste a minute, dashed poems on the walk. Recess. Rambunctious. Excitement. Centering around. Excessive, silly stuff. Acrostic.
I will tell you later today we're going to talk about acrostic, and we're also going to talk about couplet poetry in our writing assignment.
Captured. I'm captured. Won't you help me find a way to free me from this urgent need to write? It follows me and hounds me night and day. I'm captured. Won't you help me find a way to toss aside this curse I want to play. You must admit, this is a scary sight. I'm captured. Won't you help me find a way to free me from this urgent need to write? Triolet. I beg you, won't you help me? Please help me, be a friend. Rescue me, I'm captured. This poem will not end. The bell rang and I bolted. Wasn't running out of steam. I wrote with mud out in the yard, chased by the soccer team. Soccer ball. Soccer ball. You are the center, sun of our universe. We are planets orbiting your supreme presence, hoping to rocket you like a blazing comet into the galaxy of our goal. Concrete free verse. I ran right home and grabbed my bike. Can I escape this curse? My wheels were doing curlicues and writing lines of verse. Bike. Step on. I am wheels and gears. I am speed. I will heed your slightest command. I will take you anywhere. I am wind in your hair. I am things unsaid. I'm the road ahead. Skateboard. Hip, hop, pop and ollie. Can't stop. Gotta go with the flow. Fast, past. Over, above. Skim. Grinding the curbs and grooves. I've got the moves. Concrete. My skateboard might be better. I found it just in time to whiz away at top speed and leave a trail of rhyme. Peas. My mouth is filled with peas. No matter how I wheeze, I can't hold back this sneeze. Tercet. Dinner was no different. I had to sneeze. I looked up at the kitchen wall and saw 3 lines in peas. The ditty that I wrote that night was delectable and meaty. I inked with marker on my toes, a new kind of graffiti. Feet. My feet, they can't stay still. They are always moving to some cool rhythm I hear in my head. Sincane. Ditty. A ditty is a song or poem that is short and cheerful. Used pickup sticks for limericks, wrote sincane in the rain, stacked sonnets up the staircase. Good grief, this is insane. Conductor. In storms, I can conduct a symphony. I stand in front of all those instruments, and wow, I feel excited. What suspense! As all those sounds become a part of me. I play the wind, the thunder, and the sea. I am in charge. This power is intense. A world of rhythm that is huge, immense. It swirls about me, wild and mightily. I get to choose the singer and the song. With my baton, I tell them when to start. We work together great, and I belong. It's fun to be the leader, be a part of all those sounds that sweep about so strong, that echo in the drumming of my heart. Sonnet. My brain went into overdrive. I started writing faster, careening wild at breakneck speed, a poetry disaster. Fever. I cannot stop this fever in my brain. I feel compelled to write and write and write. Day in, day out, the words just fall like rain. Is there some way that I can plug the drain? To rescue me, to save me from this plight? I cannot stop this fever in my brain. I've stepped on board a rhythm kind of train that's traveling, zooming at the speed of light. Day in, day out, the words just fall like rain. What made this happen, no one can explain. I toss and turn and twist each sleepless night. I cannot stop this fever in my brain. What's that? You say that I should not complain? I'm tired and hungry. But you might be right. Day in, day out, the words just fall like rain. Now, I just wrote this villanelle refrain. Hey, maybe I should not put up a fight. I cannot stop this fever in my brain. Day in, day out, the words just fall like rain. Villanelle. Refrain. A refrain is a verse or phrase that is repeated in a song or poem. My mom called up, "Are you in bed?" But I could hardly hear her. I'd found a tube of toothpaste and was writing in the mirror. Handsome. You're handsome, smart, and wonderful. You're special like no other. Aw, you're just saying that. You have to. You're my mother. I spent a restless night and thought, whatever can I do? When I woke up, I found my pillows covered with haiku. Restless. If you are restless, you find it hard to relax or stay still. Sleep. Why is it I can never remember the last moment before sleep? Haiku. Goose down pillow. My head sinks into the feathered pillow. I think I hear geese whisper. Haiku. Fishing. There are poems that swim in my head. They take form as I lie in my bed. With my pen for a hook, I might quick have a look, and then catch them on paper instead. Limerick. Tired. I am so tired. I'm part of the bed. A cover pressed against the sheets, dangling limply down the sides. Free verse. I dragged into the classroom as the bell began to ring. My teacher's next assignment? Write a poem about spring. Speechless. Sometimes when I am asked to speak, my tongue shrivels, dries and disappears, and then my mouth becomes a hollow bell with no ringer. Tonka. Blank verse. I'm running out of steam. I've got to halt. This inspiration spree has reached its end. My fevered brain train screeches, brakes, and stops. It pulls in, finds a track where it can rest. Blank verse. My spring was sprung with this assault. My brain came grinding to a halt. My mind became a total blank. My teacher's next assignment? Write a poem about spring. Speechless. Sometimes when I am asked to speak, my tongue shrivels, dries and disappears, and then my mouth becomes a hollow bell with no ringer. Tonka. Blank verse. My teacher's next assignment? Write a P.S. I asked Miss Frost. Instead of the poem about spring, can I turn in some of my recent work? If I write it on paper? She said yes. Miss Frost is so cool. I even got an A+. Life is good. To be more informed about poetic forms, I did some digging. Here's what I discovered.
If you'd like to write any of these down, these are different types of poetic forms. Like I said, we can practice these a few times this week. I'm going to play these on a separate video, though.